Hello, dear hearts. Welcome to the space where sensitivity becomes strength. Have you ever tried forgiving yourself? Sometimes it's not another person who breaks our trust, but ourselves. And that hurts. It hurts because we know our actions caused a change in the relationship. Something broke. And maybe that person no longer sees us the same way. Today, I want to share with you a path to forgive yourself, to stop living in guilt and begin healing the most important bond of all, the one you have with yourself. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean minimizing what happened. The first step is to acknowledge it, without excuses and without self-punishing speeches. You can tell yourself, yes, I did something that damaged trust. That doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me human. Recognizing it this way opens the door to learning and also to repairing. Validate the emotion. It's normal to feel guilt, shame, sadness, or regret. When we break someone's trust, even unintentionally, it's normal to be flooded with emotions. Guilt may appear, that weight in your chest reminding you of what you did. Shame may whisper that you're not worthy of love. And deep sadness may arise because that valued connection now feels distant. But there's also the pain you caused the other person. That pain is real, even if you don't fully see it. They may have stopped trusting, felt betrayed, or their heart may have closed a bit. Recognizing it hurts because accepting that we hurt someone confronts us with an image of ourselves we don't always want to see. But this recognition isn't to punish you, it's to grow. Remember, these emotions and this recognition aren't enemies. They're not here to destroy you. Guilt, in its right measure, tells you, I don't want to repeat this, I want to do it differently next time. Sadness shows you that you care about that person and that relationship. Shame, though uncomfortable, asks you to look at yourself honestly and heal from within. And the pain you caused reminds you that our actions have an impact and that we can learn to act with more care and love. So instead of fighting what you feel, embrace it. You can close your eyes, place a hand on your heart, and tell yourself, it's normal to feel this way. I made a mistake. It's part of being human. I allow myself to feel it, acknowledge the pain I caused, and accompany myself in this moment. Allow yourself to cry if you need to. Write what you feel in a notebook. Talk about it with someone you trust, because by validating your emotions and also the impact your action had, you create the ground for deeper, more sincere forgiveness. It's important not to get stuck in self-punishment. Understand the why. Identify internal motives. Fear, insecurity, emotional immaturity, impulsivity, external pressure. When you've recognized what happened, what you feel, and the pain you caused, a very important moment arrives. Understanding why you acted that way. Not to justify yourself, but to understand yourself. Ask yourself, what was in me at that moment that led me to make that decision? Maybe it was fear. Fear of losing that person. Fear of showing vulnerability. Fear of not being enough. Maybe it was insecurity, that inner voice that makes you doubt your worth and sometimes pushes you to act impulsively or defensively. Or maybe it was disconnection with yourself, not listening to your true values, not pausing to feel if what you were going to do aligned with your essence. Sometimes we react from old wounds, rejection, abandonment, humiliation, and without realizing it, we repeat patterns that hurt us and others. In Nayara's case, what happened wasn't cold or calculated. She shared a big secret with a friend, something she shouldn't have shared, and he later spilled the beans. Why did she do it? Because at that moment, her most conscious part wasn't speaking. Her wound was. She felt alone, tired of carrying everything in silence. She desperately needed a bit of comfort, someone to help her hold what she carried inside. When we're like that, loneliness can become so heavy that we seek refuge where we believe we'll find listening and human warmth. And although deep down we know there are things we must keep that need to feel supported, sometimes wins the battle. She didn't do it to harm. She did it because she needed support, because her heart was vulnerable and her mind was crying out for someone to say, "You're not alone. I'm here with you." But here's the hard truth to face. Even if the origin was the need for love and support, the action had consequences. And understanding that isn't to get stuck in guilt, but to learn that when our wound pushes us to act, we must stop, breathe, and ask ourselves, is this coming from my best self or from my pain? This clarity is what will help you not repeat it and find healthier ways to seek comfort when you need it. Understanding this is like turning on a light in a dark room. It shows you the map of your behaviors and gives you the power to choose differently next time. Here, it's not about staying in "this is how I am," but in "this is how I reacted at that moment, but I can learn and change." Because true forgiveness towards oneself doesn't stay in pretty words. It becomes a silent transformation that starts within and reflects in how you treat others and yourself. This helps prevent it from happening again. Repair what is possible. When viable, sincerely apologize, without expecting the other person to accept it immediately. Accept that the other may need distance or decide not to resume the bond. Forgive yourself. Repeat these key phrases. What I did doesn't define all of who I am. I learn, repair, and treat myself with compassion. I propose some practices. Write yourself a forgiveness letter, self-acceptance affirmations, therapy. It will be an honor to accompany you. Remember, making mistakes doesn't make us unworthy of love. Forgiveness towards oneself is a gift that returns peace to us, and it's the ground where a better version of ourselves grows. I'm Suya Gonzalez, and this has been Sensitivity That Heals, Life That Shines.